Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for being here today. My name is Gordon Ramsey. I'm the Wichita Police Chief. Behind me is our command staff from the department. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to celebrate these big accomplishments with us today of our promotees. Our department is in really good shape right now as we end the year in 2019. As we look at our crime statistics, everything's looking really good, and it's because of the tremendous work of our staff. Some of the numbers are almost shocking. Our commercial robberies are down over 50% from 2 years ago. That's your robberies of your gas stations and commercial buildings that are being robbed. That is due in part to the tremendous work of our staff. It is amazing to see the stuff that goes on in this place 24/7, and it is the dedication of the men and women of this department that make that happen. In addition to the violent crime numbers, we look at some of our property crime numbers. They continue to go down too. Our auto thefts are down about 14%. Burglaries are down about 20%. So the numbers are heading in the right direction. This place never stops. It just keeps going. Like many people in their work days, they think at 5 o'clock their work stops, but in the world of policing, this goes on 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and is just as busy at midnight as it is at lunchtime. The staffing right now of the department, we are authorized at over 700 police officers. To put that in perspective, in 2016 we were authorized at 643. So the council and mayor have given us resources to start providing better service, providing more police out on the streets. One of the complaints that I frequently hear from officers is how busy they are, and they want more time to do more proactive work. And we are getting more cops. We will have additional lateral entry officers starting in December. Our numbers kind of fluctuates between 8 and 17. I know our training commander behind me always gets a little sweaty when I start talking about how many we're going to get, but yeah, that's Jeff. But we will also have a recruit class of new officers starting in January of probably 30 to 35. And we'll continue to hire throughout next year. Our recruiting numbers, really, it's another amazing feat of the department. I know there's a couple of you in this room that do actively recruit for us. Our applicant numbers have more than doubled. In 2015, we had 450 applicants. This year, we're anticipating more than 1,000. That's due in part to the good work of the men and women that are out there recruiting for us, as well as the impact that our cops are having in the community. So all these good things going on, we're excited to have these promotions today, and I wanted to just mention to them before we go forward with the ceremony the importance of the role that they play on the department. We've completed a strategic plan in 2018 that is the roadmap for the next 5 years for the department. In there, it talks about staffing and our strategies for policing and the direction of the department. And one of the directions of the department is to continue to build strong relationships with our community, because that's how we get 70 extra cops. That's how we get new facilities and new equipment, by the community supporting us. And we do enjoy tremendous public support, despite what may appear from time to time on social media or in different venues that there is a dislike for police officers. I can tell you that this community is very supportive of our police officers, very supportive. And in the next 6 years, there will be over $35 million in investments in technology and facilities for policing. Our budget will be close to $95 million next year. 93% of that is salary and benefits for our police officers. They are supporting us. And as you get promoted, a couple of the big things to remember is that we're getting these things because our community supports us. So our future leaders, keep in mind that policing is relational, and that the importance of reaching out to community members, getting out of the squad car and having those contacts with community members when there's not an issue is critical for our success. Building relationships with youth, coaching, guiding, mentoring our kids in our community that maybe don't have the family structure that they need is also critical for our crime in our community. The resumes of these men and women behind me and our leadership in the department is strong. About 70, almost 75% of our staff have at least a 4-year degree, and education is very important to our department. The names you're going to hear today worked hard to get here. They studied hard. They've worked well in our department, enjoy excellent reputations. And I hope that you take some time to recognize, and I know many of the family members know how much they give, but I hope you take time to recognize how hard they've worked to get here. I know we certainly do, and we're excited to have these promotions go on today. So with that, we will start with our first promotion, which will be Josh Lewis. Josh, if you'd step forward. Captain Nicholson's going to read Josh's bio.
Josh, you want to go ahead and introduce your family?
This is my oldest daughter, Haley, and this is my youngest daughter, Clara. And my parent-in-laws is Deborah Lewis Bayless back there. My wife's unable to be here today. She had work. So.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a pleasure to have Josh work with me. He's probably one of the most positive and optimistic people that you find. He'll do anything for you. He'll even cut your grass. Nah, he never did cut my grass, but that's okay. But he's a very hard worker and field services, losses, investigations, gains. So Joshua Lewis is a 21-year veteran of the Wichita Police Department who began his career in January of 1998. During his tenure as an officer, Officer Lewis served Patrol West and Patrol East and community policing at Patrol South. Officer Lewis graduated from Wichita State University with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, with a minor in sociology, and a master's in public administration. Officer Lewis is a recipient of the Wichita Police Department Bronze Wreath of Valor, 2 Bronze Wreaths of Merit, a Police Shield Award, several certificate of commendation and commendatory performance reports. In his free time, he enjoys fishing and cheering on his girls, Haley and Clara, who play basketball, and he yells too much. Officer Lewis' detective badge will be pinned on by his daughters, Haley and Clara.
Erik Guzman. Captain Allen's going to read Erik's bio. Looks so clean cut.
Good afternoon. I'll kind of echo what Captain Nicholson said about Josh, is that I've known Erik over the years. I recently took over the bureau that he was working in, which is the narcotics section. Barely recognize him now after he's trimmed his beard and cleaned up a little bit, so it looks much better. But Erik is one of those guys that my first day in this bureau, I knew that he was someone special because all of his supervision had nothing but good things to say about him. He picks up things quickly. He quickly became one of the top narcotics detectives undercover in his section, and I can tell you it'll be sorely missed with him departing, but we all wish him the best as he moves on forward in his career. But Erik is a 13-year veteran of the Wichita Police Department who began his career in July of 2006. He graduated the Law Enforcement Academy and was assigned to Patrol East. During his tenure as an officer, Erik has been assigned to second shift patrol and third shift patrol, both in the East Bureau, and then became a North Community Policing Officer. And then later became a gang intelligence officer where he spent a time there. In December 2016, Erik was promoted to detective and assigned to the Persons Crimes Bureau. During his tenure as detective, Erik has been assigned to the Domestic Violence Sex Crime Section, Gang Felony Assault Section, and in January 2019, Erik transferred to the Special Investigations Bureau and was assigned to the Undercover Narcotics Section. Erik is a member of the Wichita Police Department Honor Guard and a member of the Crisis Negotiations Team. Erik has a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Wichita State University. Erik is the recipient of 3 Wichita Police Department Bronze Wreaths of Merit, 2 Distinguished Service Awards, the 10-year Safe Driving Award, and numerous certificates of commendation and CPRs, Community Performance Reports. I have a hard time saying that as well. Erik is married to Monica and is the proud father of Sophia, Erik, and Leo. Erik's sergeant badge will be pinned by his wife, Monica.
Derek Purcell, please step forward. Captain Dan East is going to read his bio.
Oh, I've got it. Derek, you want to introduce your family?
This is my wife Sarah. This is Natalie, our oldest. Catherine, Charlie, and Nolan.
Well, welcome, everybody. They were the ones being a little noisy during the early portion, but it's okay. It's an honor for me when Derek asked me to read for him for his promotion. Just like everyone else, when I left narcotics and went out into the field, one of Derek's previous supervisors, when I went out and kind of asked about the folks, told me that with Derek, whatever you give him to do, he will give you 100%. He will stick to it to the very end. You'll never hear a complaint. You'll never hear any whining or anything like that. And I saw that firsthand. We were doing a burglary assignment, and we had Derek sitting over across some railroad tracks, and it started to snow, and it continued to snow and snow and snow to the point where we thought he was gone. No, he was sitting in his little lawn chair, and the snow was piled up all around him. He'd been sitting out there for hours on end, no complaints, just wanting to do a good job and hopefully get a successful conclusion to what we were doing. So, that taught me right there that Derek's dedication to this department and to the community that he serves, I probably wouldn't have sat out in that snow and the cold weather that long. He did it, never complained, and that's just kind of exemplifies his career so far, all the assignments that he's done on this department. So, like I said, it is truly an honor to read this. Derek Purcell is a 14-year veteran of the Wichita Police Department. After he graduated the academy in 2005, he was assigned to Patrol West, where he worked third shift and fourth shift, and then later became a field training officer. In 2009, Detective Purcell joined the Wichita Police Department's Critical Incident Team and has remained an active member to this day. He was promoted to detective in 2014. He's worked in the Gang Nights Section, the Exploited and Missing Child Unit, the Special Investigations Bureau in the Vice Section, and also in the Burglary Section. In 2016, Detective Purcell completed his bachelor's degree from Wichita State University. Detective Purcell was a Patrol West Officer of the Month on multiple occasions. He's received many commendatory performance reports, many certificates of commendation, the Wichita Police Department's 5 and 10-year Safe Driving Awards. That's not possible. That must be a typo. I've seen you drive. the Distinguished Service Award, the Police Shield, and the Silver Wreath of Valor. He's also received the Kansas Association of Chiefs of Police Gold Award. He's also received the Kansas Association Chiefs of Police Bronze Unit Citation. Detective Purcell will be pinned by his wife of 8 years, Sarah Purcell.
Well, that concludes our short promotional ceremony. Please stick around for refreshments out in the hallway and congratulate our new promotees. Thanks for being here today.